Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with 30 wins with 30 teams. This time we're going to be the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, or translated completely into English, the Angels of Anaheim. Yep, that's what it is. But anyway, we're going to be facing the Oakland Athletics, my favorite team in this one, but do, of course, got to go ahead and play other teams, so seems like the A's are going to end up losing this one. But anyway, I'm pretty excited to be able to go ahead and talk about this because the Angels are a team that are kind of near and dear to my heart, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Bartolo Colon is going to be pitching for the A's. I'm going to have Jared Weaver on the mound for me today, facing Coco Crisp right here. And on the very first pitch, this one's going to go into shallow right field. Coco going to be safe at first with that. So not a great way to get things started off here for the Angels. But with Weaver, I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get out of it here. We've been able to get one out. Now Josh Reddick up at the plate. There goes Crisp for second. Not the best throw, so he's going to be safe. And of course, it is Coco Crisp, so he has a lot of speed and some good base running ability. So it's always tough to go ahead and throw him out. But we got another out, 2-1 count here. This one is going to be the last play here for the top of the first. Now here we are in the bottom of the first. Mike Trout starting things off for us with a deep hit into center field. This one could be gone, but it's not. It just bounces right off the wall. Coco Crisp going for that one. Trout's going to be rounding second, heading over to third. He's going to have a stand-up triple. Yes, I was debating about trying to go home, see if I could get an inside-the-park home run. Of course, I did the smart thing and go home there. So Bartolo Colon already in trouble here, giving up that triple. Ibar hitting that into deep center also. Crisp will make the catch. Trout will tag up from third and come home. So Trouty Trout, first run today. We're up 1-0 here. We're not quite done yet. Josh Hamilton at the plate. This one going to be slapped right on over to second, and he's going to get on base there too. Great attempt, but not able to get anything done there. So who knows, maybe Hamilton can come home as well. I can't remember too if I've got the right rosters on this one or not. I can't remember if I loaded it up. But anyway, 1-1 count. This one going into the gap in right center. Not going to be a home run, but it does bounce off the wall, so I'm going to be rounding third, heading on towards home. This is going to be close, except the throw was not on target, so Hamilton is run number 2. And Bartolo Colon, he's already going to get a little bit of a talking to right here. So I don't know how long Bartolo is going to stay in here. All right, so A's are able to get out of the first inning here. Josh Donaldson now coming up to the plate. So it's time to talk about the Angels a little bit. Okay, so the Angels franchise that we kind of know today originally started in 1961, but they carry the name Angels from the Los Angeles Angels, who played from 1903 to 1957. So there is actually a lot of history behind just the Angels team, but I'm going to be focusing more on the organization that started in 1961. So the Angels do play at Angel Stadium, which I absolutely love that ballpark. I think it's cool. So Angel Stadium of Anaheim is actually the whole name of it, but it was called Anaheim Stadium from 66 to 97. So but yeah, a lot of great history we're going to be talking about here in just a little bit. But I did kind of want to go ahead and clarify, like when I am talking about the Angels, I'm talking about the more recent organization, not so much about the team from 03 to 57. But we're going to go ahead and get a strikeout right here. That's going to be the first of the game for Weaver. I'm hoping to see some more, but we're going to skip ahead here to the fourth inning. It is still 2-0. Yoenis Cespedes going to be up at the plate on this 0-1 count. He's going to slap this one into center field. So Trout picking that one up and just throwing it right on in. So Yoenis Cespedes will be safe at first there. All right, so got to make sure that I don't allow him to come home. Unfortunately, I don't. Here we are in the bottom of the fifth. Now, Iannetta also going to slap this one into center field. So Coco Crisp will get that one in pretty quickly. So we've already got a man on first. Now, one out here. Still in the bottom of 5. And with this one, Burgos. I'm going to go ahead and get the home run. That was a huge blast, actually. So, add 2 more runs to the lead that we already have. So, it is going to be 4-0 after that big hit. So, the thing about the Angels, too, is they do have a lot of talent on the team. I mean, they always have the potential to do a lot of great things. So, the last couple of years really hasn't been necessarily the prettiest for them. But I could really see them opening up. And, like, as long as they play up to their potential, they could do some really, really great things in the AL West. But anyway, this one hit into left field. That pitch was actually really low, so I'm very lucky I was able to connect with it in the way that I did. It ended up being a ground ball, but just a line drive in the left. All right, still bottom of 5. So this one, I hop over it, but oh, safe. That one had the potential to be a double play. Very lucky I got out of that one. All right, so here we go with Albert Pujols. Really has been very quiet this entire game, but he's going to hit this one in the gap in left center. I'm going to go ahead and round second, head on over to third, try to get Pujols over to second. He is safe, but no attempt to try and get another run. But that puts 2 runners in scoring position here for the Angels, and the A's are going to go ahead and go to the bullpen here. So major change, of course, from Bartolo Colon. So how well I adapt is really going to determine how the rest of this game is going to go for me. All right. So here's Josh Hamilton at the plate. So obviously Hamilton can do some good stuff, but he's going to pop this one basically right up over to third base. Catch is made, inning over. Not pretty for me, but here is Seth Smith. Okay, so as far as players that have been a part of the Angels organization, there have actually been some very, very good players. Rod Carew, Reggie Jackson, Nolan Ryan, Frank Robinson, Ricky Henderson, and Eddie Murray. Now, some of these guys played when the team was the California Angels, and then they switched to the Anaheim Angels. And then in 2005, they switched to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And that was actually a huge deal because I was living in Orange County at the time. I just remember how mad everybody was the name of the team was going to be changing. Like, a lot of fans were not happy about it because Orange County kind of has this this thing where they don't want to be identified as Los Angeles. I mean, they're their own unique entity, and I totally understand that, and I agree with it. So adding Los Angeles to it really made a lot of people not happy. And there was this huge lawsuit and everything like that, and we kind of know how it all ended up because, yes, they are now the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The Angels of Anaheim. I don't know if I should just go ahead and say the English translation the whole time. And I know I bring it up quite a bit because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. But whatever, not my call. If I got paid the big bucks, I'd go ahead and I'd change the name. But I don't get paid the big bucks, and I probably will never get paid the big bucks for that organization. That's all right. Top of 6, Yoenis Cespedes, 2-2 count. That one is going to be in the dirt. Throw over to first, and he's out. So that was actually a really great inning for Jared Weaver. Let's see if we can build upon that here with some good offense. Now, I've had a few hits that have gone into center field, probably a higher percentage than what I usually have. So that's a good thing for me to be able to see is I'm making some good contact with it. My timing is actually spot on, too. All right, so this one. Ooh, going over his head, out to Crisp in center. So now we're looking at runners on first and second. The one dangerous thing about this, though, is it does create the possibility of a double play. So I want to make sure that I don't hit into a double play right here. That would actually be terrible. And I may have just done that. Oh, never mind. He does not throw over to first, so that puts runners on first and third for me with just one out. So now I don't want to double play for sure. So I'm laying down the bunt with Iannetta, going with like a little squeeze play. And the run comes home. So that's a good little move that I did right here. Great timing on it because I could tell that the A's really weren't prepared for it at all. So 5-0 now, and I still got a runner on second. So we could be seeing another run right here, but the throw over to first is going to be in time. So here we are in the top of 7, 5-0. Josh Donaldson getting his chance at the plate. Ooh, That one was hit well. So the throw in, going to be looking at a single right there. All right, so we got to find a way here to make sure that the A's don't build upon this, because that's the thing about the A's. They can really go ahead and put a lot of good stuff together here when you don't want them to. There's Jaso. Now this one was really frustrating because it was like, oh, that's such an easy ground ball to go ahead and field, make an easy throw. We probably could have been looking at a double play right there. Actually, it should have been a double play if I would have fielded that one correctly. Sizemore, though, getting some power behind this one. It's going to go over the wall. That is going to be 3 runs here for the A's. It's going to make it 5-3. And so just like that, this ball game has changed to where I was in complete control, where I start to have a little bit of a worry about how things may end up. I mean, I still have a 2-run lead, so it's not like I'm concerned about the A's necessarily coming back right away, but like I mentioned earlier, we're talking about the A's. These guys can really do some miraculous things here towards the end of the game. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the bullpen and bring in Ernesto right here. Jared Weaver honestly had a great performance. I mean, if it wasn't for just that one inning, I would call him player of the game right there. Now, A's are going to be going to the bullpen as well. Now, the thing is, we're going to be looking at a whole different type of delivery here. So instead of your typical, like, overhand, oh, I forgot Trout's actually playing left here. But, so that one's going to go through the middle. Trout's on first. So I'm going to go ahead and try and see if I can steal a base. Because with Trout, I mean, you've got a ton of speed right there. 93 and an 84 base running ability. So there's really no reason why I shouldn't be trying to steal a base here. So there he goes. The throw by Jaso, not going to be in time. Yeah, I totally forgot that Trout was in left. Oh well. I make those kind of mistakes. It happens from time to time. Okay, so Trout in scoring position with no outs. There's a very good chance I can go ahead and I can bring him home. So I'm going to go ahead and try and steal third. I was going with actually like a hit and run right there, which didn't turn out too well, but at least we're going to see him on third. So the count is now full. So I got to be careful. That one low. Ball 4. Ibar is going to get on over to first base. So I'll have runners on the corner. Now I got to make sure I'm looking for stuff that's pretty low, because this would be a great opportunity for them to try and force a double play. I am thinking about going ahead and trying to do a little suicide squeeze like I did earlier. But then I remembered Albert Pujols is the man who is coming up. So not going to go ahead and try and do anything too silly. I'm just going to go ahead and swing away with Pujols. This one's going to go high into shallow right center. Now the throw in, I decided not to try and tag up and go because I figured it was really, really short. And with the arms of the outfielders here for the A's, it wouldn't be a smart thing. And I'm like, all right, Josh Hamilton comes up next. Yes, he already has had a good hit today. And with this one, this could be a double play. Yes, it is. Hamilton not able to beat it out, so the A's really get out of a jam there. Ryan Cook now in. What that means for me, we'll have to take a look. So Ryan Matson's going to be coming in here for the Angels here in the 9th inning. So I'm going to try to see if I can finish this out. So really, Ryan Cook had a great appearance. Okay. So, like I was saying, I have a lot of fondness for the Angels because of that time I did end up living in Southern California. I was able to go to a couple Angels games, which was cool. And then when I was in high school, we went to Disneyland for a band trip, and we ended up going to Disneyland the day after the Angels had won the World Series in 2002, which is the only one that they've won, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So they only have one in their name in 2002. So we got to be part of the victory parade for the Angels, which was super cool. So got to see like the rally monkey, you know, all the players kind of like driving down Main Street at Disneyland and stuff. It was actually really, really cool. And I still have some stuff from it. Like they gave like these cardboard hats away. People could wear it. It was just like the Angels logo and stuff. It was pretty cool. But that was when I was really starting to get into baseball too. So for me to take part in a World Series celebration like that, man, like, even now, I just have a better appreciation of it than, you know, other times I'd even thought about it. But, I mean, not too many people can say that they've attended something like that, and I can. And I don't even live in a city where there are Major League Baseball teams, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, 1-1 count here to Jaso in the top of the ninth. 2 outs, going to pop that one straight up to Iannetta, who will make the catch. Game is over. All right, so of course this is 30 wins with 30 teams. So Sosha and the Angels and everybody else ends up winning this one. So I still feel bad. I was calling Trout in the wrong position, but that's okay. It's kind of tough to be able to see all this when it's shrunk down on your screen. Anyway, but you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thank you again for watching, you guys. And as always, I hope you have a good one.